Marcus T. Paulk was a huge fan of MC Hammer, so you can probably imagine how he felt when, at the age of 5, he landed his first gig as a voice actor on MC Hammer's animated series, Hammerman. From there, he snagged small roles on shows like Grace Under Fire, Thea, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Martin, to name a few. His big break came in 1996 when, at the age of 9, he was hired to play the role of Myles Mitchell on the sitcom Moesha.
Myles, I know you're not up here smoking weed.
Starring alongside Brandy Norwood and the rest of the cast of talented actors, Marcus told Black Doctor website that his castmates became his second family. We watched him grow up on our TV screens throughout the show's 6 seasons, but sadly, Moesha came to an end in 2001 with a pregnancy cliffhanger and Marcus's character being kidnapped. He had no shortage of job opportunities after the show ended, including voice work on The Proud Family and movie roles in Roll Bounce and Red Tails. But transitioning from a child star to an adult actor has been difficult for the California native. This is a story about restraining orders, yes, multiple ones, rumors of an intimate video, a domestic issue, a diss track directed at a Disney star, a child support case, and art imitating life in the form of an alleged real-life kidnapping attempt. You know this is about to be some mess, so be sure to scoop up something to munch on at rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of turkey, beef, and bacon jerky, buffalo wing popcorn, and butter toffee peanuts. During an August 2006 trip to Atlanta, Marcus visited a nightclub and met a woman named Sheena Winston. They had an encounter during that fun-filled weekend, and Sheena got pregnant. Based on court documents obtained by RRG, Sheena gave birth sometime around May 2007, and she named the baby Zion Winston. Sheena reached out to Chit Chat with Whitney Denise blog and stated she and Marcus kept in contact throughout the years. However, he always avoided taking a DNA test, so they were unable to establish paternity. Thankfully, she had a strong support system, and her mom was able to provide financial assistance for her and her son. In between working on projects like 2008's Another Cinderella Story, Marcus also made several appearances on Season 4 of Bad Girls Club, which premiered in 2009. He was introduced as cast member Natalie Nunn's bestie, and it was later revealed that he had an intimate relationship with Natalie's co-star, Kendra James. Kendra appeared on Street Disciplez radio show and explained that she and Marcus hung out, but he was never her boyfriend. She also confirmed that she had an intimate encounter with Marcus, and Natalie was in the room with them as well.
It wasn't a threesome as much as she got second.
Okay.
Basically.
But it was all within the same night.
Oh, yeah.
In 2011, our friends over at HelloBeautiful.com reported that some intimate footage of Marcus and Natalie was being shopped around. The website added, "Rumor has it Marcus is packing." We're unsure if the footage ever leaked because the story took a back seat in the press when an anonymous person started shopping around an intimate video of Usher and his ex-wife, Tamika Foster, that same week. The verdict was out, and no one was interested in watching Moesha's little brother get his freak on. A year later, Marcus was back in the news for all the wrong reasons. He was at a Beverly Hills nightclub with his then-girlfriend, musician Andy Rocks, when they got into some kind of verbal disagreement because she wasn't paying him enough attention. According to TMZ, when they got back home, things got physical and they exchanged blows. Marcus reportedly kicked her out of his home, and the next morning, Andy admitted herself into the hospital for internal injuries. 3 months later, Marcus was charged for the domestic incident and faced up to 4 years behind bars. However, he cut a plea deal and was able to avoid any further jail time. In the next few years, he kept a low profile, and it doesn't appear that he was booking any acting roles either. But he was still out and about and having fun. Maybe a little too much fun. In February 2015, he ventured off to Arizona for a pre-Super Bowl party. While traveling through the city of Scottsdale, authorities pulled him over for driving too close to emergency vehicles that were involved in a traffic stop. Law enforcement officials believed Marcus was impaired while behind the wheel, so they administered a field sobriety test, and Marcus blew a .109. A bag of MJ was also found in the vehicle. The substance charge was dismissed, but Marcus pled guilty to the DUI charge and was sentenced to 12 months probation. He was also required to attend an alcohol program. He diverted his attention back to his acting career by appearing alongside Drew Sidora and Amber Rose in the 2015 film Sister Code. And then came 2016, the year Marcus shed light on the beef that no one knew existed. He and That's So Raven star Orlando Brown were at each other's throats. We can't get to the bottom of the real reason they had an issue with each other, but we do know that they exchanged diss tracks. Orlando told Vlad TV that Marcus released his song first. Orlando added that it took him a while to retaliate because he loved Marcus like a brother. So Orlando reached out to Marcus and told him to chill out. But according to Orlando, Marcus, quote, stuck his chest out like he didn't do anything wrong. Orlando told Vlad TV he was done trying to talk some sense into Marcus, so he sent some goons out to Marcus's house to kidnap him. Thankfully, Marcus wasn't home at the time of the alleged kidnapping attempt, but his issues were far from over. Now, this next piece of information is based on court documents and police reports, and it only tells one side of the story. All of the information is alleged since it was never proven in a court of law. Sometime around January 2017, Marcus started working as a model recruiter for a company called Model Mafia. In court docs obtained by our nosy selves, the company's CEO said that after 6 months, Marcus was fired for multiple reasons. The CEO stated that several models that were hired by the company were allegedly uncomfortable in Marcus's presence, and some models complained that they were lured into intimate relationships with Marcus in order to obtain opportunities. The CEO added that Marcus was scouting models behind the company's back and inviting them to move cross-country to live in the home he shared with his mom. In court docs, the CEO explained that Marcus allegedly told the models they could either pay him rent or sleep with him if they wanted to stay in the home. Numerous models reportedly felt like Marcus was trying to, quote, pimp them out. And one model allegedly contracted an STD after having an intimate encounter with the actor. The CEO of the company claims Marcus was asked to take an STD test. However, he allegedly refused and, quote, continued sleeping with other women unprotected. Marcus was removed from his position in July 2017, and in her complaint, the CEO revealed that Marcus and his mom began harassing her by sending her 40 emails, 500 text messages, and 300 phone calls. The CEO said she was 3 months pregnant at the time, and Marcus allegedly emailed her a hand-drawn photo of fetuses in a toilet. The CEO filed a restraining order in 2017. However, neither party showed up to court, and the case was thrown out. But the harassment continued, allegedly. Marcus and his mom continued contacting the CEO throughout the years. The woman claimed Marcus and his mom were still trying to use the company's name to lure in models as well. So she filed for another restraining order in 2019. But once again, neither party showed up to court, and the case was tossed out. RRG reached out to the CEO to see if she could provide some insight as to why she didn't show up for either of the court cases. However, she paid us dust, and our DM remains unanswered. The gigs dried up in 2019, but Marcus had other things to worry about anyway. Sheena, the woman who claims to be the mother of his child, began reaching out and pleading for Marcus to step up and be a responsible father. By that point, the child was 12 years old. In text messages dated from 2019 until 2021 that Sheena provided to Chit Chat with Whitney Denise blog, Sheena explained to Marcus that her mom wanted to obtain legal custody of the little boy. In one message, Sheena wrote, "If I do that, she's gonna legally go after you. I'm trying to avoid that." Based on the text messages that RRG viewed, it appeared that Marcus was full of all sorts of excuses as to why he wasn't ready to get a paternity test and take financial responsibility of the child. In a 2019 text message, he explained to Sheena that his life was in a twist and he was dealing with a lot. According to Marcus, his mom suffered a stroke, and since she was his financial advisor, things hadn't been the same for him ever since her health crisis. He pleaded for Sheena to cool things down with her mom because he couldn't afford for things to turn into a legal situation. In a text, Marcus also stated he wasn't in a rush to get the paternity results because he wanted to put the right energy into the situation and be mentally prepared for the outcome. Sheena's mom wasn't playing with his behind, and in July 2022, child support paperwork was finally filed, 15 years after the child was born. In court documents obtained by RRG, Sheena explained that she was unemployed and her mom was financially taking care of her and her son. After a bit of back and forth, Marcus's income was determined to be a little over $2,400 a month. And although he still hadn't taken a DNA test, he was ordered to pay Sheena $512 per month in child support. Payments are set to begin on September 1st, 2022. These days, Marcus is the CEO of his own modeling company called VVS Models. Some of his talent has appeared in television shows, music videos, magazines, and runway shows. He also works as a music video director and produces his own movies, including the soon-to-be-released film Bomb Pizza. He and his Moesha castmates have also expressed an interest in a reboot, so we'll definitely be looking out for that. Let us know if you're shocked by what happened to Marcus Paulk, and thanks for watching RRG.